beyond the veil of sleep. Happy hours. Hey there, welcome to Beyond the Veil of Sleep Happy Hours, September 12th, 2025, 6 p.m. in the Central. Thanks for tuning in, or whatever you do, whether you're tuning in now or later. Um, if you've got any kind of correspondence for us, please feel free to send it along to veilofsleep@gmail.com. And certainly if you're watching, jump in the chat. Chat's where it's at. We'll need a suggestion for scenes that we're going to play, a suggestion or two, too, probably. So if you're in the chat and can give it to us, that would be great. Also, if you prefer to asynchronously interact, feel free to do that too. Feel free to post on any videos, say what you like. Um, Andy posted a really nice sentiment that he told me live last night, and then today I noticed that he had posted it as a chat. So you can do that. I don't mind hearing things twice, and I eventually will see your posts anyway. Everything will be between a hard PG-13 and more likely a hard NC-17. So feel free to protect any sort of sensitive eyes that you may have hanging around, that you don't want to be desensitized by anything that you might see from a bunch of degenerate improvisers. Let's see. This week, I asked Ray and Jake from the Danimals to join me to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that they're doing with their team, which I thought was kind of cool, and play a little bit. So, hey, Ray, Jake, why don't you jump on and we'll start chatting.
Hey, thanks for
Hey.
having us.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey.
I'm so glad that you guys could do it. It feels like a continuation of sort of like the conversation I foisted you off to when we ran into each other the other
Yeah.
night. And I only in retrospect was I like, "Oh yeah, wait, this is actually pretty interesting. I should get this uh recorded." So I mean, we won't spend forever, but I feel like we should talk for a little bit, and then we'll play some scenes. But so I guess the prompt I have then is like, okay, you are on the team Danimals, which you should probably describe what that is to some degree. But then the follow up that I think is really useful, or why I think it's kind of particularly interesting what you all are doing, is that we taught you had me into to
Mm.
coach a rehearsal, and you're honing your rehearsal sort of process more and more, it seems like. And you really have a point of view for what you're trying to how you're trying to play, and like that I love that I'm like, oh, actually that's what everybody should be doing. People, the decades long fixation with what form are we doing, is kind of a dodge, I think, is like not actually what's interesting about teams or how teams play. And I think that you all from our conversations feel like you're pretty clear-eyed uh, in your orientation towards that, of like, oh, this is the kind of the way that we want to play, and then you know maybe that whatever sort of form stuff you end up doing can follow that function. But I'm like, oh, good. Here's a living example of how I think it should work. I should talk to these guys. So that's a giant payload off the top. But
I think we can
maybe it'd
deliver.
be useful to sort of like talk about why you guys are a team, um,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
then and then sort of broach that notion of like, hey, you seem to have that a point of view. How's that going? What was it? What led you to that? And you don't have to say like me browbeating you. It should be obviously you have some affinity for that notion as well.
Well, I mean, we're a semi-recent CIC grad class. I think it's been a few months now, but
Yeah.
I think very much our focus came just through kind of all meshing with like a lot of the CIC philosophy and like really wanting to like hammer in specifically on like a play style that like focus on is on grounded and like more of like the acting and like theatrical sense of like making these like doing scene work that's very like sounds like human beings and
Right.
moving away
Yeah.
from premise and like stuff that's like really just exploring like relationships and stuff, which I know a lot of people can say
Mm.
almost as like a bit and it can sound nebulous, but
Well, I mean, I think that that focus is really the fact that that is like the thing that you sort of like pull out and put kind of like first in the way that you think about the stuff is that is worthwhile because it's not like there's a right way to do it, you know? It's just sort of like these are the things that are important to us. And I mean, I really like that. And you know, to some degree it's sort of like, well, this is your takeaway because there are also slop hounds and maniacs and weirdos, which I can be myself sometimes, or nearly all the time, that are also sort of like CIC style, you know?
yeah,
And so I think you know, I've had conversations with Kyle and Farrell about this, but particularly Kyle, that I think that like it's, we find it enormously gratifying that people feel like there is a CIC style because we're just like, what? You know, we're just trying to activate, you know, sort of like your skills the way that you want them to, the way that you want them to manifest. And then people, you know, the idea that that is sort of like has an external impression is gratifying because then it means like it's it's going after what we want, which is to be more pragmatic and
yeah,
let people play the way they want to play rather than being
Mm-hmm.
dogmatic and being like you got to play this way. It's so it's
Yeah.
and my I will shut up in a moment, but I think why it's particularly cool is I think that like the last time I saw y'all play, it really manifested, you know? Like there was a lot of kind of like um you know, there's like this stigma attached to sort of like IO grounded stuff from 10 years ago, where patient and grounded sort of means like boring and inert, and that's
yeah,
not at all what you all are doing. But there's a lot of breath in your shows and a lot of sort of like cool, you know, sort of like subtle emotional action and it was just really cool to have you all kind of be so mindful about what you're trying to do and then see it manifest on a stage and be like, that was cool. I don't really see other teams playing like that. It took willful action. But then at the same time, Dr. Coke just had like one of my favorite shows that have seen them
Mm.
have on Wednesday. And it was in an over the top fucking crazy balls
yeah,
like still very emotive but like just like fucking wild and I was like well that's yeah Dr. Coke should be a giant party and to sort of like see those instances and juxtapose it and be like oh
Right.
man this is just a for me I'm like oh it's really exciting to see teams have points of view and have that be the driver of their work so yeah, so I appreciate you sort of saying CIC style, but I'm gonna sort of turn it back on you and say like, well, I'm glad that we influenced you to do that, but I think
Mm.
this is you, not the theater, that is making these particular choices, and that's kind of why I'm so excited about it and
yeah,
why I'm so like, oh, I want to talk, I want people to talk to you guys because if they see other CIC stuff, they're not going to see what you do. They have to see you to see what you're doing and that level of specificity of point of view rather than like form or like oh that
yeah,
person's individually funny is um
Mm.
is fucking exciting. It's just exciting, you know, that that's out
Uh,
there. I mean, maybe you'll see the Danimals play the next time you see a show and they'll fucking shit the bed and be jokey and terrible.
maybe.
That could happen. It's improv, but I
It could
am
happen
excited
tonight.
about, you know,
yeah.
no, yeah. No,
So how much of
tonight
it?
I'm like, oh, if you guys play the way that you play,
Uh,
I'm gonna be the one that sells us out
right.
immediately, like every time. I
There is
already
a
have
nervous
gone through this
talking about
complex.
this where I feel like I get nervous that we're coming off like very grandiose, and then I'm gonna do
Yeah.
shit ass
Well,
premise
that's
scene
okay.
That's
work right after.
that's the thing, is like it's the consistency that like takes a lot of
Yeah,
time, you know? So
Hmm.
especially when it's like such a specific focus, and like I think a play style that's harder to just like snap into.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
the waves of it, and like it's enjoying the ebb and the flow of the process where like we have one where like maybe we're like, and it's the kind of stuff where you were saying where like I think a lot of times you get, it's easy to get grounded confused with sober.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's like one of my big like Jordanisms that I repeat
Whoa,
all
yeah.
the
wait, I
time.
said that?
You did during one of our rehearsals
Oh,
where you
cool.
got,
Good. I believe that. I
I'm
was
glad
like,
it
ooh,
still holds true.
good point. That's a good way to say that. Oh God, a fucking cretin sometimes.
Any insights I have recently are pretty much me just regurgitating something you, Farrell, or Kyle have said.
All right, well, good. Yeah. Well, I
But
didn't. Not trying to induce you to be, to step into my echo chamber. If anything, I'm like, hey, I'm still like alive, so that's why I'm
yeah,
interested in things.
but I think it's also just all of us kind of had like that shared thought, and it's us like influencing each other. Like Jake does
Yeah.
like a lot of acting, Meisner stuff that I think has helped push us in that direction. If you want to talk on that kind of stuff,
Yeah, I'm actually, so I went through I haven't done any like, I don't have a huge history of acting. So I went through the Green Shirt Studio Meisner program. It's like a year-long program. And I'm starting the artistic home one next week, I think, actually. And I just noticed like the Meisner work like really like gets me out of my head, and then I get to like, I don't know, kind of just exist on stage like naturally, and like kind of hopefully uninhibited. I think that's like the hard part,
Uh-huh.
is like
yeah,
actually getting there. But like being like completely uninhibited, I think is like, I don't know, it's just it feels really good. And it's like really fun, I think, to play with.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well, it
it's like,
feels.
oh god,
Oh no, no, you please, you. I want to hear what you had
yeah.
to say.
Just talking to him about it, like Jake always like helps me center on like the goal of kind of wanting like a strong lived in POV where you're just kind of in that character and you can just react so vulnerably in the moment, and you can like trying to get to like that loose space where you're just embodying and you're not focusing on like plot or where it's going. And like I think that's maybe like one of our biggest things we're trying to do as a team is I think we're good at like following information,
Uh-huh.
but like
Well, yeah,
trying not
that's
to be
what everybody
too,
does. Yeah.
yeah, trying not to feel too locked or like trapped in that, and like exploring like the little moments in between.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do have like a gift of like it's it's cool to see sort of like this collective decision of how you're playing, and then the how it is like collectively influencing folks too, um because I mean, you have the benefit, like Connor is so good at playing with
Mm,
space, you
Yeah,
know but like also when he starts talking, it's it's going to be intense, so
yeah,
that's to have that be a sliver of what's going on, and then sort of it's I mean, and like it's funny because there are like there are that you all have kind of like opted into this sort of like pursuit, because there are folks that where it's like, oh, in another setting, I might expect them to be like, sort of like flashier, dopier players, and it's cool to see them sort of like be like, oh, well, but this is what we're doing right now,
yeah,
and see the additional dimension of like how that sort of like diligence about kind of like playing through that certain point of view like manifests when you all are playing together. um I mean, and
it,
for me, it's like sort of like, oh, okay, well, it's through sort of like some of the rehearsal experience that I had with you all, and then seeing like that really great show that you all put together, and like so it's a pretty limited sample size for me, but I'm just like, oh, but it feels like this is but from going from sort of like when you're doing your class shows where there's sort of like hints of it, but there are lots of different things sort of like being tried out in the rough format of like, hey, thread some stuff,
Yeah,
and so for you guys to be um so like mindful and be like, okay, well now this is ours. We're going to make a choice about how this works. And this is the thing that we decided we want to pursue is like, oh, this is great. This is the kind of ownership that I'm like hoping for with teams.
yeah.
So,
It's interesting when you were saying earlier, like that, just like what form do we want to do? And I feel like the past year, a lot of like my shift in mindset is like forms exist to kind of complement a specific play style.
yeah.
And like
Mm.
learning threads and like that, it just, I realize it complements the play style that I naturally like want to do, which is like if you're
Yeah.
doing like a beer shark mice, it's very much not going to complement a
Mm.
slower POV kind of focused one.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. It's a funny thing. But it's like I think maybe the uniting thing there is just being like a little bit more. And I think that that's probably what I'm kind of talking about with you all specifically is like choosing the tenor of how you feel your way through a show. But like in both of those cases, I think it is feeling that is guiding the way.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
in sort of like this Dr. Coke show that I just saw too, it's like, oh, the reason why the thing wound up being good is that it was all feeling that was guiding it of like, oh yeah, we have a loose structure that sort of is like a safety net for how this thing goes together and
Yeah,
gives us all a rough map of how it collects. But the way that we're sort of like the cadence and the rhythm and the tone of the material that's manifesting is like sort of like how that stuff is happening. And so that's why I'm like, oh yeah, well, form that's why it's like, oh yeah, your goal is to play 30 scenes, then that it should absolutely come as a result of it being a team that has no attention span but
yeah,
loves to do a million things in the world, right?
Right, right, right. No, I think that's like the most interesting, like at least for me when I watch improv, the most interesting thing to me is when people are like on stage actually feeling stuff.
yeah,
And a lot of the time that's joy and like they're hopefully having fun.
Yeah, I
That's
hope
not
so. I
always the
hope so.
case, I guess. But yeah, it's just yeah, like if I think the shows that like to me feel like bad to play in and bad to watch are the ones where people aren't connected like to themselves, to their emotions, and to other people, yeah, like their teammates. So
Yeah,
yeah,
if I feel like anything that feels like it's sort of like yeah disingenuous or cynical, where it's like someone doesn't feel something, but they're trying to sort of trick or induce someone else
right,
into
right,
feeling something. And then
yes,
if that's the case, probably what they're feeling is some level of desperation. And then
yeah,
knowing that you're watching someone who
yes,
just feels desperate is
right.
like, oh man, that's a bummer.
But even if you're desperate but you're aware, I feel like you could still kind of use that and
Oh
make it
yeah.
and transform it into something that's like fun.
Oh
You know what I
totally.
mean? Yeah,
Totally. There's a it's
yeah.
I when and it's a thing that happens to me. I mean, it's what jumps into my mind there is that I oh my camera started fucking following me again. The is that s often in winter um when when it gets icy, I might I've gotten a lot better about this, but I might bust ass once every 2 or 3 years. And when I do, um, I have gotten to the point where I start laughing as soon as I start falling, where I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking funny. I hope I don't
Yeah,
hurt myself so too badly, you know? And I think it's that kind of like, yeah, the realization of like having the ability to feel something. I, one of my old teams was this team called Pudding Thank You that was myself and Louie and Ryan Dolan and Adil Rafai, and we played together for a long time. And we were just talking about some of like our most memorable shows, and one of our most memorable shows was at the old CIC, and I was born in Milwaukee, so I'm a giant Wisconsin sports fan, and the show was immediately after the the Packers lost a playoff game that they shouldn't have lost, and I walked in and I was like ready to play a show and be with my friends, but I was so angry. I was so massively,
Mm.
massively angry, and uh, it really influenced the way I played in that I wasn't willing to put up with like sort of like, frilly bullshit, like frilly improv bullshit.
yeah,
And so we wound up having this incredibly intense show where we
Mm.
weren't doing any we weren't doing any of the stuff that like sort of is the cheats, and we were just like really really present with each other. And
yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
well, I
awesome.
don't. Yeah, it was a really nice conversion of kind of like a negative feeling into something that now we're like, oh yeah, we're out. That's going to be one of the 7 shows that we remember in our hundreds of shows.
Nice.
Because we
yeah.
clicked
It's
into feeling.
exactly, and it's just so much easier, like when you're on the same page with like that was like something like I know Jake has been pushing for a lot with the team is like when we find ourselves in those moments where we like make a mistake or we're like instead of getting like too stressed about being perfect, it's just like you want to lean into those because that's like the magic of improv. And
Yeah,
I thought Jake was so good about that in the one show you were talking about at CIC where you
yeah.
saw.
It's
Um,
nice, it's nice to see. It's nice to see a revelatory moment where it might momentarily kick a performer outside of their character brain and have the result of that being them to slide back into their character brain instead
Mm.
of to slide into sort of the calculation
yeah,
mechanism.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time, I think, generally for people to get there, but when they do, you it feel it, you then it's like those people are like, oh, why are they so naturally talented at improv? And it's like, oh, it was a weird journey of humility that
yeah,
they of like them realizing that they can't beat the machine. And maybe there's still sometimes that sort of like reptilian fight or flight thing doesn't let them get there, but often, for the people that I think stay, I think there's a fork, and it's there are those folks that figure out enough mechanism that they're entirely insulated and can kind of like survive and be
Mm.
good. And then
Mm.
there's those
Hmm.
folks that realize that insulation from insulation from being touched is going to basically be the point where you stop progression.
yeah,
And
exactly.
it's why I'm always like, veterans are terrible. I hate watching veteran improvisers. Because
Mm.
it's sort of like
Mm.
the presence of fear drives us
Right.
all
Right.
enough to kind of like have being, you know, effective enough or protective
Yeah,
enough be be a reasonable outcome. And it's sort of
it's
like, but the really good people don't do that. you know?
yeah. There's always that push and strive to keep on like
Right.
getting
Yeah.
better. Still, I truly, if I ever feel content with how I play, I want to stop doing it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so much of that is just like the fun of like trying to keep on pushing and getting better. And it's like that sports psychology almost mindset where you
Yeah.
don't want too much pressure that it's like crushing, but you also don't
Right.
want to just feel like lax and nothing.
right.
Yeah.
You want to get to
Yeah.
like that challenger state where it's like
Yeah.
enough that's like it's pushing you forward but not impeding you.
Yeah, it's
Right.
very, I mean, I do think that that is like kind of like a sports mentality is a really good metaphor for a lot of this stuff,
Which
where
is
it's like it's like the erasure of self,
yeah,
you know, and it's like very useful. You know.
And it's hard to broach it because I feel like relating improv to sports, I think
Yeah.
almost come to mind a competitive aspect that I'm not trying
Right. No,
to
yeah, not
bring to
that.
it.
It's more like the nature of like how to achieve personal excellence, right?
Yes,
And
the
it's
inner game of tennis.
yeah, it's a lot of like, for me over the years I've been like, yes, I think I'm a pretty good improviser, but I think I'm a pretty good improviser not because am like it's because I'm willing to eat shit and be like sort of it kind of doesn't matter if I'm bad.
Yeah,
What matters is if the show works, and then that it's that pressure thing that you're talking about, Ray, where it's like this whole thing matters, and so I'm going to do everything I can to make it succeed, but I don't matter,
yeah,
so I'm not going to be
Mm.
frozen uh making choices in the context of me. Like all of my choices are going to be in the context of us, and I may feel guilt later about that, or might have, like I might flagellate myself later about it. But when it's happening, it's like I already know. I mean, this is probably unhealthy, but I already know I'm nothing and don't matter.
yeah.
So all I can do is affect this thing in a positive way. So I'm gonna try, you know, and then I can, it's not because I'm sort of this minimal entity. But I can't. There's no way I can like sort of like calculate the ego exercise of wasting other people's time to watch me
Mm.
wallow in my minimality. So, yeah, I don't know. That's
Yeah.
brains. What a
Probably going to
thing.
be a mental struggle I combat years trying to
Oh
find that
yeah,
balance up.
yeah. It never goes away. I've found, and I'm kind of like, I'm in the long. I'm basically what I think that I'm in my long tail of decline, and I'm just trying to flatten the plateau. It's like I'm never going to
What?
be as good as I once was, but I'm trying to make it as much of a line as possible from my heights. So
That's
I'm going to keep
insane to
thinking about
hear.
this stuff.
Yeah, that is crazy. What the heck?
Yeah, no, I think probably when the best I ever was probably when I was 38 years old, and that was
All right,
13 years
me and
ago.
Jake still got time for
Oh
some more
yeah.
Yeah,
decline.
Oh,
yeah.
you got plenty of time. You're in the exciting upswing of your time.
Wait, so
Um,
what do you feel like is different between 38-year-old you and you now?
um, brain speed, probably some emotional elasticity, um like a lot of I think like a lot of that of like kind of like I think I it's mostly like physical decline stuff, you know, where I'm just sort of like, oh man, my ability to sort of uh like really be a physically, you know, like fluid and powerful performer
Yeah,
was
Mm.
when I was a younger man, and I think that like I can do that in sort of a smaller way. But Mary Wynn for a while it really liked Dancing with the Stars,
Okay.
and like there was like the hosts of it were like old dancers, and I walked in oh, not Dancing with the Stars, So You Think You Can Dance. uh and so I walked in at an episode where everybody danced and the old ass host danced, and you could tell that like he still had ability, but he's
there's a
fucking old.
baseline.
Yeah. It's like,
Okay.
oh, he
I
can't
see.
move around that much or he'll hurt himself. And so like there's physicality there, but I also think there's
Mhm.
sort of like mental framework stuff where it's like, you know, I think I'm probably doing better than most 51-year-olds because I'm constantly doing my exercise,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but time marches on, and like
sure.
I think
I
Jake, you're going to be good for a long time. Then you're constantly rock climbing, playing tennis. You're doing drawing classes,
yeah, do
Yeah.
it.
you're
You
acting
know?
classes. You're stretching body and mind just constantly.
Yeah, absorb. Uh, Lauren's busting on me now. She doesn't like me saying them in decline. But Lauren, you know, when you're in high school seeing me play, that was the best version of me. You've got the you've got the pale no, the pale paunchy ghost. I used to be gaunt. All right. Okay, we talked for way longer about this
Oh,
stuff than I
geez.
intended to. No, I mean, it's great.
I love it.
So yeah, me too. Any final thoughts about about your mission statement as a team, how it's going, how you're feeling, what you think people should think about? Should people come and see you? Uh,
Yes, to the last one.
okay, great. And when can that next happen?
Tonight in like an hour and a half at the home theater.
Oh shit! Then yeah, let's play a scene and then get the fuck out of here so that you can get to that so that you can get to that show. Oh, that's great that you're playing with those home shows. Cool, good. All right, so yeah, chat room. We just need a suggestion for a scene and then we'll jump into it and play for 10 minutes or so and then wrap it up and get you on out to your evenings, which should maybe include going to the home. I got coaxed out and had a blast at open stage last night. I have work to do, so I'm not going to come see your show tonight.
All good. You've already
do feel bad about that.
Yeah.
You've already occupied our time for an hour, so you've received a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
know.
us today.
Yeah.
I've taken from you. I've taken from you rather than than given to you. Okay, great. I've got a suggestion. All right, so I'll start off stage like but however you guys want to do that. Okay,
Gotcha.
our suggestion. This is great. I love it. Good suggestion, Lauren. Lauren's suggestion is big crunchy breakfast. Oh, wow. What is going on in here?
I don't know. I got here late. I think they're stopped bringing out continental breakfast stuff early. It's just like the dredges.
The
It's just it's like
what?
it's just kind of like the tiny like little flecks of like wet eggs. There's just like pretty much nothing left for the continental breakfast.
Are you serious? But it's supposed to be open.
I know.
It's
I think there's like a soccer team here today or something, and they just like tore the
oh,
place apart.
well, how's that my issue?
I
I'm supposed to get a continental breakfast with my stay, and then I have to eat whatever this is. This looks
I
like it should be bust. It
I
looks like it
know.
should be bust now.
I know. I don't want to talk to the front desk about it though. I don't. I
I'll
get
talk
nervous
to
about
them.
that. Okay.
No, I'll talk to them. Yeah, no, I'm the team lead. And did you eat?
I had like this.
You
It was
didn't
like a
eat.
soggy sausage
No,
patty
yeah, you
and a
didn't
stale
eat.
muffin.
Yeah, you ate something bad.
It's enough.
Okay.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
No, no, I'm going to register my displeasure, our displeasure. We've got a big day. These kids, they're not going to remember if they won or lost whatever soccer game they're doing. We're going to remember if we manage to make our deal or not. So, uh, so I think that that's significant. And you know what? I'm gonna show you what a team lead looks like. A
So
team
glad
lead
you're the
looks
lead on
like
this.
we're gonna talk to the desk, and then I'm gonna take us out. I will take us out. We've got
Thank you.
enough time. We'll just go to breakfast. I'll try to expense it, and that they say no, then I'll eat it myself because it's worth it to me. Okay?
Thanks. Oh my god. I
Yeah.
think in this mindset, I was already ready to just. As soon as we started that pitch today, if there was any negative
Yeah.
feedback, I would have crumbled.
You're
I
ready
would
to
have crumbled
lose.
completely.
Hello. Hi.
Hey guys. Hey.
Hi there.
Sorry, I just woke up.
You just
No, it's
woke
fine.
up?
It's fine.
Yeah, I just
You work here.
yeah,
What do you
we
I just woke up.
oh,
Well, then are you appraised
good
of the
morning.
fact
Good
that your
morning to you,
continental
sir.
breakfast is
Good morning to you.
good morning to you? Good morning.
Good morning.
It looks like you got a tough night, so I'm sorry to come at you so
Yeah,
hot.
we had
But
a guy call out last night and I had
uh
to step into one of the rooms and you know take a little nap.
Yeah.
what okay. Because you had to come in last night and then you had to work too. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
sensitive to that. I'm
Thank you.
sensitive to
Oh,
that.
thank you so
But
much.
You know
hey,
what? Sounds like what you need is
That's
better
so
leadership
sweet.
here. I think you need better leadership. I don't know if there's
Yeah,
like a
I
manager
mean,
we could.
yeah,
we had a guy step out. If you want, like, are you asking for a job or
no,
something,
no,
or
No,
this
what?
is
no,
hey,
no,
no. We're
no.
not going to get tangled up in this in whatever this is.
Because
I think
I desperately like, and you seem like a cool guy. Like,
no. Hey, look, we're here on
If
business.
you want a
This
coworker,
is
if you want me to be your coworker, like,
no, don't. I don't. I'm not uninterested in you poaching my team member to work at the
what kind of
hotel.
skills you got?
We
What kind
don't.
of skills you got?
I
Oh,
I'm pretty good at Canva. I helped design our PowerPoint today. We're
yeah.
starting
He's
to.
yeah,
Whoa,
yeah.
you know the Hyatt's looking for a new logo.
Oh, are you going to run it up the flagpole? Come on, give me a break here. All right.
Yeah,
So, look,
that sounds like one of those like within the company, like anyone
No,
can be involved, anyone
it's a,
can design the
yeah,
logo.
it's
yeah.
just it's a contest, you know, like you submit your logo and you can get a couple
Okay.
nights stay or something, you know.
Yeah,
I
great.
don't know if
Well,
I'm willing to
okay.
help if it's not job security, then if it's just a contest.
Well, hey, don't do this in front of me. Are you
I'm
looking to
sorry.
get a
Yeah,
new
yeah. No,
job?
I'm saying I won't.
If
I'm
you're
saying
looking to
I
get a
like
new
what's
job, I'll
stable.
excuse myself
No, no,
and
no.
and
Please.
we'll meet over at Bingham Transductors and do the thing and I'll just get it out of my mind. I don't want to know. I'm a lead. I'm not a manager, so I don't want to know about this interpersonal HR stuff, okay?
I think
So
you know well that a lot of managing comes with being a lead. It's
it's
not
a
what you
different
signed up for, but it's there.
it's informal. It's an informal, it's leading. It's not managing. That's the difference. That's why the word is different. So your continental breakfast is a
Yes, sir.
disaster. I don't know if
Ah,
that guy is the guy that stepped
ugh,
out or what, but
yeah.
it's supposed to be on for another 2 hours,
Oof.
and it looked like maybe there was milk. There's no more boxes of cereal, and
Yeah.
there's a
Oh,
little
I
there's
drank it. Yeah, yeah, I drank it. I got that. I got into the milk.
wait, but
Sorry.
there is milk.
Yeah. Well, wait.
There's
Oh,
milk. There's no boxes of cereal.
oh,
What milk?
oh.
So you had more milk than
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I was in the back just
You
chugging
just
some gallons, you know.
all right. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, I'm getting less. I'm feeling, less warm towards you and your attitude
Oh.
because, look, if you're back in the back chugging milk, great,
If you want
fine.
to join,
But
you can
there's
join me. You can
no,
join me in the
no,
back.
You
no.
need
Like
something
I'm
we got
substantive.
food. We got food back there. If you
I'm
like,
taking us to breakfast. We're gonna go to
no,
breakfast.
there's
Okay.
breakfast back there. There's breakfast back there.
Milk. There's milk out here too.
There's
Look,
more than milk.
Milk isn't enough.
there's more
No,
than milk than
no,
it needs to
we got
go
some
out to
bananas.
the.
Yeah,
Oh,
refill the continental breakfast then if there's
refill
more.
the. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
good
wait,
for
no, the guy's
you.
not here. The guy's not here.
Well, you can do it.
You're barely managing the front desk. You're like
Yeah, just
asleep
you
behind the
do it.
counter. I think you
Jesus.
stepping away for a second will be fine.
If all the continental breakfast is back in a room, it needs to be in the continental breakfast room. You know what? Hey, I'll help you carry it out. You show me,
Uh,
and I'll
eh,
carry all the continental breakfast out.
Go ahead. I'll
And
manage the desk. You two handle
you got a
it.
you
deal.
can.
Hey, you
I don't.
managed the desk?
That's a. It feels like a
Yes.
liability thing. I don't want you
I'm
to
not going to
manage
give
the
anyone
desk.
keys. I'm just going to tell them what the
Oh,
situation
okay. You
is if
just say
anyone comes
wait.
up.
All right. Okay. Great.
Hey,
That's great.
you do a good enough job, you might get hired.
I don't think you have that authority.
Since yeah, I don't. He doesn't want to be. We just want a continental breakfast, and if I have to go through another couple steps to get it, then that's what we're gonna do.
This
Because
is why he's a lead.
yeah,
He leads by
yeah,
example.
you know what? Because I don't stop at what my job is. I go over. I go over
Unless
the
unless it's
formal.
managing, then he stops. Apparently,
Well, hey, what that's different. Okay,
that I was just saying. Sometimes you have to stretch beyond managing.
I do stretch beyond. I'm
I
stretching
know.
beyond right now. I'm doing
Thank you. I'm
I'm
sorry.
doing all the leaders, all the leadership stuff that is not in the formal job description. But I'm
And
not.
I appreciate that.
If I overstepped and said, "Okay, hey, I'm going to give you a performance review," like what a manager would do, then then I think you should report me to HR for that because that's
I
not.
couldn't do that.
You could do it. You
I
would.
see
You
you as a
should.
friend.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a friend that gets stuff done. Okay, show me show me where this stuff is so that I
All
can
right,
carry
you
it
two go
out.
on. I'll manage
Yeah,
the
yeah.
front.
I'll take
Yeah.
you to the back. I just want to say I really respect your leadership skills. It sounds like you're a great
Thank you.
guy. So I just
Thanks.
wanted to say that
Yeah,
before we get back
sorry.
there, you know.
I know I was getting a little hot at you, but the idea that you're
Yeah.
just sitting back in some room down in milk And then we also have milk out in the continental breakfast, but nothing
Yeah,
else.
that's probably why
Hey,
you're so tired.
I gotta have breakfast too, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. It's not that,
We're not
it's
saying not
just,
to eat, just make sure
yeah.
everyone else can.
What it sounded like the hotel was some sort of asinine milk palace where all you had was gallons and gallons and gallons of milk,
Well, there is
both
quite a bit.
in
There is quite
continental
a bit.
breakfast and in the storeroom. And that seems that
Like one of those
frankly,
cheese caves. Have you heard about those? The
what?
government cheese caves?
Government cheese caves for
There
government
was
cheese?
Yeah, there was a dairy shortage at one point, and to bail them out, they gave a flat amount of money for all milk produced. So they just made
Uh-huh.
way too much that anyone could buy, and then they filled they had so much milk they didn't know what to do with it. So there's all these limestone caves across America filled with cheese.
Huh. Wow. Do
That's
you know that?
that sounds a lot like the back room.
Yeah, except there's milk. Well, I
Yeah,
guess that's
except
what
it's
he
gonna
said.
go bad.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
You said that that's why we were
It's
talking
like
about it,
that.
because it sounds like the back room.
You gotta
And
drink
that
some
wasn't
coffee instead of
All
some
right, let me
milk.
just take you back
it was
there. Let me
just
just
a
take
few
you back
minutes
there.
ago where he just had the same, he had the
All right.
same
You
revelation.
two handle
So
it. I'll stay up here.
great. Great. All right.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is our on your left there. This is our
Uh-huh.
milk
I don't
fridge.
want more milk. There's milk out there. I need the other stuff. I need the bananas and the
Bananas.
cereal and the
Ah.
sausage and the eggs and the pancakes and
You should have
everything.
said so. You should have said so. We got
I did say so. I did say so. Sorry.
no, yeah, yeah.
I got a
We
lot on
got
my shoulders.
yeah.
This meeting today is a
Oh,
big deal. Yeah.
yeah. Tell me about it. I mean, I feel like you and me can
No,
bond on that. We can bond on
no,
that, you
no.
know?
Let me just get the stuff and get it out. There's no reason for us to bond over this. I mean, maybe, hopefully, you're not still working tonight. If you've already been working all last night, it feels like
Yeah,
that would be a violation of a labor law if you're still working when we got back. You know,
yeah. Well,
and then maybe we'll see you tomorrow when we check out. So those are the
yeah.
touch points. We
So
can keep it cordial and light. I
yeah,
don't.
yeah. Strictly business.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have enough other
yes.
people. I'm gonna have to load a bunch of people into my brain later today. I need this. I need the slots.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So okay, so on your left, that was the milk fridge. On the right,
yeah.
we got
Uh-huh.
our bread pantry. You looking for some bread, right?
There was no bread out there, so bread would be
Yeah.
great. Yeah, I'm looking for all the
Okay.
things that are
Let's
listed
get
on
you.
the menu of
Yeah.
the continental breakfast.
Okay.
I'm
We
looking
can
for
go
all
through. We
of
can
those
go.
things
We got shelves for
except
everything.
milk. Milk is out there.
That's
Everything
right.
else is not out there.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So
Yeah.
do we have a cart or one of those push bellhop pushy things that we or do have to do hand carry a
Yeah, let me
bunch of
page
chips or something?
my colleague and have him bring down a
Oh, yeah.
cart. How about that?
Well, you could have paged him and
Well,
just
no,
stayed
he's
at the
napping.
desk.
He's napping in the room next to where
What
I was napping.
is
So
it's like he just always have somebody working and sleeping at the same,
yeah,
okay, great. Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead, page the colleague.
Hey,
Page your colleague.
Jeremy, wake up, Jeremy, Jeremy,
Huh? What? What's up?
It's
I
just
gotta
Jeremy.
wait
like
like
I
another
need.
2 hours.
I know. I'm sorry. I need the cart. You got the cart in your room, right? You brought it
Yeah,
up
I got the
there.
card. I'm eating. I took some of the milk up.
he's
Yeah. Can you send it down? Can you bring it down?
What do you
I'm
need it for? You got tons of milk up there.
no. There's a guy here. One of my buddies. He's looking
well,
for some.
Looking for some milk?
Yeah. He's looking for
no,
food. You know.
no, I'm not looking for milk. We have
He's
milk.
he's
I
not.
don't see what the issue is. If you
He's
got the milk.
strictly not looking for milk, but we do need the cart because he wants the other items.
For the
Listen,
continental breakfast. It's still another hour and a half or 2 hours before it's supposed to close, and there's only milk out there.
Yeah,
Jeremy,
we're looking real unprofessional down here, Jeremy. I need your help,
so
bro.
unprofessional, and I want to level with you on
I'm
that
so
one.
sorry about that, sir.
hey,
It's
listen, I'm
fine.
working a triple. I'm working a triple. That's not on
I
me.
Did he just say he's working a triple? He's not
just
working. He's eating and sleeping. He's taking a break. He's taking a break.
Hey, one of the shifts is sleeping, all right?
I just
Well,
need some rest. By the time all the soccer kids get out, I know those rooms are going to be a disaster zone, and I need my full mental acuity to handle that.
Mm. Yeah, fuck those
Jeremy.
soccer kids, I'm gonna say. If I can say that to
Jeremy,
you.
Thank you.
you,
Oh, Jeremy, you
you
caught
don't
that?
know who you're talking to. You don't know who you're talking to.
Uh-huh. Well,
What's that
you don't
supposed to
know
be?
who
Well,
you don't know who you're talking to. You just know that I'm a guest.
well, you're a guest, but you're the team lead of a soccer team or
No,
something.
not of a soccer
Are
team.
you one of the soccer guys?
No, I'm not a soccer guy. I'm on a team that is
I'm coming down
going.
there right now.
Yeah, Jeremy, come down.
I'm not a soccer guy.
You're not a soccer guy.
No. I'm
What?
I'm part of a product team that is trying to strike a deal over a Bingham transductors today. That's what we're that's what we're doing.
Oh, why
We're
did you say that?
I did say that.
Oh,
I
my God.
did say that.
Hey, I know you guys are still trying to get the food and I'm supposed to be managing the front desk, but there's someone who's really angry down there. He's talking about like the
Oh,
soccer people. I don't know how
Is he
exactly to manage
is he
that.
wearing a hotel uniform?
It's
Is
looks fairly disheveled. I don't know if he's actually an employee.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess if he was sleeping and eating milk, which apparently is something that all the employees here do, that might be Jeremy. He got misinformation from what was your name again?
oh, Joseph.
Joseph. He got
Joseph.
misinformation from Joseph that I'm a team lead for the soccer teams. And he's rightfully
Yeah.
angry at the soccer teams, but and so I guess he was raging down here. Did I gotta ask you this? Did he bring one of those the carts?
No, absolutely
He was
not.
not okay. Well, hopefully it's not
God
Jeremy
damn
because I'm
it.
gonna be. Yeah, I'm also Joseph. I'm also gonna be angry.
He
If
had like a
Jeremy
little
just
like half gallon of milk in his hand though.
well, sounds like that's probably Jeremy, and he didn't do
Fucking.
the one thing we needed him to do to get this continental breakfast together.
He's fuming, and I don't want to put too much on you as leader, but I feel like I'm not
I'm
equipped to
not,
handle this.
I'm not. Well, look, it's not. This is outside the context. An angry hotel employee is outside the context of what I am leading here. I mean,
But
yes,
so much of this, I need you to. I know it's stepping way outside.
yeah, okay, no. You know what? Let's get the fuck out of here. I'm just gonna. I'm bailing on
You know,
continental
I got
breakfast.
yeah,
Someone else
I
can
got
figure
another
it out.
nap
I'm taking
on my
you to
schedule.
breakfast.
All right,
What's that, Joseph?
I got another nap coming up, just to let you guys know.
Okay.
all right, yeah. Let's take
Yeah,
off.
absolutely.
Let's take off. 100%.
All right. That's good. I think that we conjured a world. I
Yeah.
am. I am again sorry that I induced you to be big, stupid weirdos. But actually,
was
you
great.
weren't. I was a big, stupid weirdo, and you played the way that you played with a great deal of dignity, and I mean, certainly a level of absurdity, but a low key dignity as I flipped out and was an idiot. So
That was
I love
fun. That
that.
was so
Thanks so much
fun.
for having
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was so
yeah,
fun.
yeah, it's really fun. Well, say hello to the other Danimals, the ones that aren't in the chat for me.
Yes.
If it comes up
Who's in the
tonight.
chat?
And Kat was hanging out and Mike was
Oh,
hanging out.
No.
So yeah, Kat was the it gets the MVP for chatting tonight.
Nice.
And I feel like I've said everybody. Hey Kennedy, great to see you. Thank you for dropping in. Kennedy is effectively I've made her my boss, and so she gave me feedback on how things were going a couple weeks ago, and
gotcha.
in several weeks.
I can't wait to
Um,
hear the performance review on
I'll
this episode.
yeah, I'll
Yeah,
check
yeah,
in
yeah.
again.
So
I'll
Kennedy is the team lead.
yeah, Kennedy. Well, Kennedy's the manager. I'm the team lead. So,
The more emotional responsibilities.
yep. So yeah. So what is it? 8 o'clock show for you guys tonight?
Yes, 8
Yeah.
o'clock.
So if hey, if anybody's checking this out, doesn't have anything to go do, go check out the home and catch animals tonight. It's really those home theater shows are really fun. Obviously, they are torturously still not able to officially be open, but then that means much to Caesar's chagrin, maybe you get the benefit of going to see like a cool secret show
Yeah,
in
cool secret show. It's free.
yeah, in a totally beautiful theater that is like if you took the old Wrigleyville, the two theaters
Yeah.
of the old Wrigleyville IO and then combined them so that they had the best qualities of both the Cabaret and the Del Close, then that's the home theater. So it's an awesome place to see shows and to play. So go check out the Animals there. And then let's see. Next week my buddy Eric is going to be here. And we'll see. I'm gonna maybe well that will, I know that he will be here, but may also evolve. I am going to at 2 p.m. tomorrow. If you're interested in improv, don't tune in when you see the channel go live, because I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play the set of songs I wrote right before I turned 50. And so that's music tomorrow. I'm a bad musician, but since I finished all that them up.
Oh, was it that Bandcamp album you just put out?
No, it's not that one. It's a different one. It is what I have done since that. Well, so it was like 13 years later from when I put that out. I was 49, and I was like, oh, okay, I should record some of the 13 songs in the 13 year that I have written in the 13 years since that album. And then I started doing it, and I was like, I don't like this. This isn't as good as what I did 13 years ago, which is so anyway. And then I was like, well, I'm feeling a lot of things. And so I wrote like an album kind of in the headspace that I was at about to turn 50. Um, and I haven't recorded them. I've just like been playing them for myself. I recorded them directly into my computer, just me and a guitar, and gave it to my wife and Louie, and neither of them really said anything about it, so it might be terrible. But then I'm like, 2 years later, now that it's 15 and a half years later, I'm 51, and I just need to exercise this stuff from my brain. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to spend enough time to actually record this stuff by myself. But if I put it out in some way, then I can move on. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play it all on a stream, and then I'm going to move on.
I love that.
Yeah,
So,
what's your what's the website for it?
For the stuff that I have released,
Yeah.
you can go to the hellofamily.bandcamp.com,
Okay,
and
I'll check it out. Yeah, hell
that's
yeah.
like
So link to
that's
both.
the one good thing the one thing that I don't feel embarrassed about. I don't know how good it is, from 2010, and then a catch-all of all the random shit that I've done since then. And yeah, and then I've got a couple other albums that are older than the 2010 one that I may or may not put out. They're pretty embarrassing.
Feel
So I
free to
just
send
have to
those to me
decide.
personally.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. All right, great. Thanks, fellas.
Thank you.
Again,
Yeah, thanks for having
very,
us.
very much appreciate it. And I will. I'll see you really soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.